It was a cold Christmas Eve in 2019 with cloudy skies in Schwartz Creek, Michigan. It was time for the new moon and a new moon tradition. You're a fan of disturbing stories? Then you've come to the right place. I'm Joe, and this is Undeniably Disturbing. Kevin Bacon, a 25-year-old hairstylist and student at the University of Michigan Flint campus, where he was studying applied psychology. Kevin was a different kind of guy, but in a good way. And he had lots of friends, and he was very, very, very close to his family. Kevin was known as a very loving and caring person, but he had a real passion for hairstyling. Kevin had graduated from the Schwartz Academy and was working at the salon Uniquely You. So on Christmas Eve of 2019, Kevin went to work at the salon Uniquely You. After work, he went to his parents' home and fixed the hair of his mom and sister for Christmas, and then went to his home where he lived with a roommate named Michelle Meyer. At around 5 p.m., Kevin left his home, telling his roommate Michelle he was going to meet up with someone he met on the dating site Grindr. At 6:12 that same evening, Kevin would text Michelle that he was having fun and wasn't sure when he was going to be back. On Christmas morning, Kevin was a no-show. He was not at the big family breakfast for Christmas morning with his parents, nor was he at home. Kevin's father eventually called the police at 5 p.m. on Christmas Day. Concerned family and friends, along with law enforcement, began searching for Kevin. They would eventually locate his car in a parking lot of a Family Dollar about 20 miles from Schwartz Creek. Inside the car were Kevin's clothes, his wallet, and his phone. The only thing missing were his car keys. Well, law enforcement was able to open Kevin's phone and the Grindr app. They saw that the last person Kevin had communicated with was someone using the handle Olikos Kai Lucas. Eventually, they were able to associate that name to an address, 703 Tyrell Road in Maurice, Michigan. Police went to the home, located in a rural area about 20 miles from where Kevin lived, but only about 4 miles from the Family Dollar where Kevin's car was found. The owner of the home, Mark David Latunski, greeted the officers. He was shirtless and he was wearing a brown leather kilt. Mr. Latunski was asked if Kevin Bacon was there because they wanted to check on his welfare. Mr. Latunski said, no one's here, and invited the officers to look around. One of the officers made his way to the basement. He noticed a wall that seemed out of place, and he kind of moved it and was able to, and it exposed a hidden room. He looks around the wall and is shocked at the sight he sees. He pulls his head back and gasps, calls out, "Oh my God, oh my God." What he saw was Kevin hanging by his ankles, upside down from the ceiling, naked, his throat slashed. Kevin was clearly dead, and his testicles were also removed. Mr. Latunski would later admit to killing Kevin, but he told detectives that Kevin had come to him requesting assistance to commit suicide. Latunski stated that he jammed a knife, this knife, through Kevin's spine at the base of his neck. This incapacitated Kevin, but it didn't kill him. Latunski then took the knife and slashed Kevin's neck because he didn't want Kevin to suffer. Latunski took a rope attached to a pulley system on the ceiling, tied the end to Kevin's ankles, and pulled Kevin up, leaving him hanging there like a slaughtered animal. He opened the trap door on the floor so the blood would run onto the dirt under the house. Now, if you don't want to hear something undeniably disturbing, you should close this video now. Latunski said that after pulling Kevin up to the ceiling, he went back upstairs and noticed it was a new moon. Latunski stated that he had a ritual of eating Rocky Mountain oysters during new moons. Latunski decided it would be a good part of this tradition if he ate Kevin's testicles. So instead of eating the bull testicles he had in the freezer, he went back downstairs with the knife he used to kill Kevin and cut off his testicles. He took them back upstairs and used a skillet and, I suppose, some butter and seasoning, cooked them up, and ate them. Forensic examination of the skillet confirmed this, finding Kevin's DNA in the skillet and Latunski's DNA on the handle. Latunski said he planned to use some of Kevin for jerky and his bones for fertilizer for his garden. Latunski attempted to plead insanity, but this was dismissed. He ultimately pleaded guilty to first-degree murder of Richard Kevin Bacon, and he was sentenced to life without parole.